Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. The Danny Soar alongside of Slicer. Sorry about the delay. We had a player who, I don't know, I think he was using literal tubes for internet, Slicer. Does that sound about right?
Oh, we're going back in the A's for this one. He was having trouble downloading the map, so...
Well, the map
Not-
mod, I should
Well,
say, not even the full
yeah.
map. So they have a new player in, and so we are ready to go ahead and jump in, and we will do that now in the top right. Oh, look at that, got the direction right this time.
Woo.
For Team Overdosed, we have Freizya. Is that about right? Freizya?
Freizya.
Freizya, like Dragon Ball Z, but with a little ya on the end. And in
Yeah.
the top left, for Ignotic Gaming, we have narae. There he is.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
So, you want to hear something funny, Danny? I was looking at these guys' profile. Freizya, Masters player, and our Yellow Ignotic player, narae,
Yes.
Platinum player. So the gap's still about the same.
Oh boy. Well, we'll have to see how these two players can fare. Now, it's not impossible for Platinum players to not take games off of Masters. I used to be able to take games off of Masters, and I am terrible.
I too am pretty terrible, but I've managed to take out a master once or twice, although the once or twice they were doing something really, really dumb and I was playing standard, so...
Well, hopefully, maybe that's what we'll see. Maybe Overdose is going to decide to, spice things up a little bit.
Oh, but he just decides that, hey, I want that mineral patch, and he even pokes the probe just to get it off.
Yep, you just saying, hey, get out of here. Oh, and the probe now doing some damage. And little things like this, oh, I can tell you when I'm on the ladder, they annoy me endlessly.
Oh, but they're so fun to do to Zerg players, and it's just the best thing ever. It screws with their APM, they can't get everything down properly. Like, narae is actually has enough minerals to throw another hatchery down for the natural, and Freeza's just like,
Oh, a little ninja. He got him good right there. That's little...
Freeza's like, ha ha ha. Huge victory there.
Yeah. Freizya's like, yeah, they don't do that in Grandmasters. They just usually let me have it. So, you Platinum player down there, you...
Oh, but Freizya does have his natural coming up along with a forge and another pylon. And, well, I might see a wall here. I'm curious if he's going to go air, since the air distance is a little short here.
Yes, absolutely. And it also, if you get that good presence, it prevents from taking the gold base. Mutas are very popular on this map because so many people love that gold base. But, the southern third, if you choose that as your third, I should say, isn't too far away. It's pretty easily defensible for pretty much any race.
It's pretty wide open, though. There's 3 points of attack, 4 points of attack, actually. And it's... While you're defending, it's easy to get a surround while you're attacking, and, well, Freya's Protoss, so Nexus Cannon should be able to hold anything off.
Yes, and it looks like, there is a cannon coming up here, and he is going to get out pretty quick here. A little indecision back there. It will cost him a Zergling, but now narae is going to go ahead and take that gold, and this probe again got denied. Was it trying to block? Did you see that, Slicer?
It was just there to try and build a couple pylons to block off those Zerglings from coming in, which I'm not sure why he used 2. He could have just used 1 right under the cannon, and it would have been perfect.
I feel like he was already on the outside and felt trapped, so instead of trying to throw one down and missing and then having the probe run, as has happened to me countless amounts of times, because, as mentioned, I am kind of bad, I think he just decided to be a little bit safe.
Yep, but that third for the narae at the gold's almost finished, and if that goes unchecked, narae might have an advantage that lets him win the game.
Yeah, well,
But still no
Freizya
gas.
did have a probe sitting there, so he does know that it exists. He was actually there when the hatchery first went down, so we'll have to see how he responds. I expect that he'll probably put on some good aggression, and it looks like a robo facility will be his structure of choice, and I think we will shortly see a gateway explosion from him once he gets his macro up and running a little bit.
Oh, Freizya's look like he's going to go for a 2-base Immortal Century all-in.
And that, well, we haven't seen that in a little while. It's kind of fallen out of the metagame just a little bit. But, when you have Masters level micro, especially playing against a Platinum player, you might feel pretty good about it.
Well, no Zealot out and a Sentry coming out immediately. I'm seriously inclined to say that we may see a War Prism with a few Immortals coming out of here as well.
Definitely could see that, and it kind of depends on where this engagement takes place, because the Sentry Immortal is best in narrow corridors, you know, on top of this area by the watchtower might not be a bad place, or the two kind of mini ramps there, but right out in the open, it can be a little rough because you need to expend so many force fields and you can't really trap anything in. And Narae is going to have a real good idea what's going on here, as he is seeing, I believe he'll actually see this Immortal pop out.
Yep, 2 Immortals are in queue, one's about to pop. And, ooh, a supply lot from Freya as... Well, that was an Incinerator. I thought that was a pylon. That's going to hurt really bad if he's planning a 2-base push.
Yeah, absolutely, and this Immortal is completely stuck. Now is going to be delayed by roughly about 25 seconds, which is really devastating. That's really going to mess him up a little bit, and Narae did scout it, so he knows exactly what's going on.
Well, there's that gateway explosion. 3 of them are being put up in the main for Freizya. Man, that is a hard name to say. But Narae has his gold base fully saturated. That's a lot of minerals coming in.
Yeah, and we'll have to see what he wants to do with it. Right now, he's got a good amount of gases up. He's got 3, adding in the 4th on his main. Now, against something like a Sentry Immortal all-in, I absolutely love to see things like Hydras, because Hydras can deal with this so easily if you can get them out in time. And it looks like he does have the lair done, so we'll have to see what he's got. Right now, he's just building roaches, which Sentry Immortal all-in is kind of geared to take out.
Oh, it's really difficult for both players. The Protoss has to rely on those Immortals to kill those roaches. Because those Sentries, well, as much as everybody loves a good tickle every now and then, won't do much damage. And if there's a large amount of roaches and a small amount of Immortals like that supply block was hampering earlier, there could be 4 Immortals out right now.
Oh, and this is absolutely, you called it out perfectly. It looks like he is moving across. One Immortal kind of gets...
a little derpy.
Yeah, he sent it back there for just a little bit, and these Zerglings are going to come in, see everything coming. Now, if he can stop this pylon from being placed... Oh, in great position by the Zerglings trying to take out the Immortals. They get all up on the Immortal. Take out all the shields.
Ooh, Narae getting a good pick off. All but 1 sentry died there. But the Immortals are still alive, and that's kind of what you need to kill, especially after the sentries used a lot of their energy.
Yeah, but he can no longer hold back those roaches, which is really difficult. Now, 12 more roaches being added on. Narae is going to continue to push in here. He doesn't have that many force fields, unfortunately, but he definitely wants to take the fight right where I said, in this kind of ramp area. He's trying to draw him back in. If he can get a good, narrow choke, he can definitely do a lot of damage.
Ooh, Narae needs to split his forces and come up from behind, really. Using all your forces like that may be the downfall if there are some really, really good force fields. But Narae showing that this has happened to him more than once.
Absolutely. He's responding pretty well, getting more Zerglings, definitely like that, and it looks like he is going to go for the pincer maneuver, some stuff coming in from behind, and it's a little late getting there.
Amazing force fields, though. That is at least half of that army just behind force fields that can't do anything until those force fields just go away, and, well, now they're gone.
Yes, and this is going to be devastating now, running back into all the roaches. The Immortal gets targeted down. He's going to get both of them. Narae may come up with an absolutely huge win. This could be the first one for Ignotic Gaming.
Ooh, Ignotic Gaming showing strong with their Platinum player here, managing to take out that attack from Freizya, the Master player, and
he is up by...
Narae saying, whew.
Yeah, almost 100 supply lead right now. This is getting a little bit rough for him. Able to force field in a couple roaches, but this is getting rapidly bad news bears for Freizya.
Well, Narae showing that probably all he deals with is Sentry Immortal all in, but Freizya did make that pylon mistake. He forgot 1 pylon, and it cost him that extra Immortal, and Narae just had a good engagement, and, well, he's actually kind of throwing away roaches right now.
Yes, he is, but at this point, he can sort of afford to. It depends. Does he want to continue to push with roaches? I would love to see something like, if he would have gotten Burrow and Tunneling Claws, this could have been incredible to go underneath those force fields, make sure he gets way in, but he is droning up. He is kind of playing for the later game now as he's adding in extra Hydra upgrades, missile attacks, so it looks like he wants to go that classic kind of Ling Roach Hydra army, and right now, Freizya has no real way to get a third base, and this gold base has been so good from narae.
Yeah, that gold base is holding narae up, and he's actually starting to float minerals because of it. He just does not have the production, does not have the injects, and well, narae has a 3-time over army lead for against Freya here.
Yep, that's going to be a little rough as we show on screen, 122 to 43, and he just used a whole bunch, and he's almost out of supply to use, so he's going to start amassing a big bank.
Freya's out of position. He needs to use recall, but there's not enough energy for recall. These roaches are just going to steamroll the army.
Oh, absolutely, and great job there getting in on the Immortals. They're going to try to escape out to the top. One Immortal separated. Good target fire with a good group of units here, and this is really nice work. He's just target firing each individual unit. Oh, and this is so bad news for Freizya and for Overdose Gaming, and a GG is called.
Ignotic Gaming's first win of Top Dog Season 2. narae showing Platinum is not a level you should underestimate.
Platinum League, best league. And that is really fantastic stuff. I was really happy to see that. I thought maybe we might see him get steamrolled a little bit as those master players are so high up, but great little move. You called out not only the Sentry Immortal all in, but you called out the pincer remover slicer. You were really on your game there.
Oh, PVZ is one of my most studied matchups and one of my favorites to do, and well, it's something I like to torture our CEO with every chance I get.
Oh, I love that. Last time I played Shock, I did a +2 blink all in, and I think she was talking to you or someone else, and I killed her, and it felt very good inside after losing so many times to Zergs on the ladder. So good.
Oh, but I think we're going to sit here and get the next game set up. Danny, shall we go to a commercial?
I think I'm going to play a little bit more music. I did not get to finish Dexter Freebish, one of my favorite old school songs, Leaving Town. So we're going to throw that back on. Hopefully they got everything sorted out in the meantime. And so hopefully we will be right back for you guys. Stay tuned with Thunderdog.